All right, kids, I decided that it's time for a physics YouTube video. So I want to talk about the series circuit today. So a series circuit, one thing you have to remember is that in a series circuit, the current has no choices. It must follow the only path that's available. So when you look at a series circuit, you'll see the current has no choices. It must come up and go through this resistor. It must go through this one. It must then pass through the ammeter and then back to the battery. Which is why when you have a correctly drawn circuit, a series circuit only requires one ammeter. And then in the reference table, it tells you the current is the same everywhere you look in a series. So I equals I1 equals I2 equals I3. The resistors in a series add together. So one of the things you have to remember is the more resistors you have in a series circuit, the greater the total resistance, or what we call the REQ of the circuit. So it's very simple. You just take each individual resistor and add them together, and that tells you what the total resistance will be. So 3 5-ohm resistors connected in series would be 15 ohms. The voltage is similar. In a series circuit, the voltages also add up to the total of the system. So if I were to place 3 voltmeters in my circuit, it would be V1 plus V2 plus V3 equals the total voltage of that circuit element. In this case, we have a 30 volt source and we have 3 voltmeters connected across 5 ohm resistors. So each voltmeter in this case would read 10 volts because it's this plus this plus this equals this. And since they're all equal resistors, they would all require the same amount of voltage. So keep that in mind, because the more resistance you have, the greater the voltage you would need to get across. So in this circuit, with the 30 volt battery, the 5 ohm resistor would only require 10 volts. And the 10 ohm resistor would require 20 volts. And it's proportional. So since this resistor is twice as large as this resistor, it requires twice as much voltage. And that's the end of that video.